Hello and welcome to the horror tag. We were tagged by our friend Ashley over at the Movie Oracle. If you haven't checked out her channel, go do so. But today we are answering some questions about favorite horror movies and a lot of things that have to do with those.
So our first one was our favorite standalone slasher, and we thought about it for about 5 seconds, and then we actually picked Your Next, which if you haven't heard of it, it's a good little slasher film that has a great twist on the normal formula that we really enjoyed.
I would say some of our other faves are also like It Follows and Cabin in the Woods for standalones.
Yeah, I feel like It Follows and Cabin in the Woods stray from the slasher thing, so since it specifically was like your favorite slasher movie, we were a little more specific.
Next up is the favorite final girl, and my answer to this is The Descent. I won't tell you which character it is. It is a cast full of girls, so it's one of them. But if you have not seen The Descent, it is probably my favorite horror movie of all time, so highly recommend.
The next question is favorite slasher mask. Now, there are a lot of different slasher masks out there, and they range from stupid to like less stupid to like actually like intimidating. And we actually chose Ghostface from the Scream series. I think that one hits the perfect blend of like a little goofy, but also scary because of what they do. Ones that are just like Leatherface or something, those are really scary, but they're like a little too scary. I think Ghostface is the perfect medium.
Next up is favorite horror setting, and for this one we picked Event Horizon. So this movie is set in space, and it also has some other setting things that are involved that are a bit spoilery, but that is why we picked this film. It's a pretty original horror setting.
So unique. Like, how many other space horror movies besides like Alien can you think of?
Plus it has its own twist. So.
Mm-hmm. And that brings us to the favorite slasher kill category. Now this one is tough, and I couldn't think of that many kills. There's probably like 50 I could have picked. And we actually have different answers on this one. For me, I actually picked from the first Scream movie, and I believe it is Rose McGowan's character who... I mean, this is going to be spoilery, so if you haven't seen Scream, what are you doing? But you should leave for like 10 seconds, skip ahead in the video. But she actually tries to crawl through, I think, a doggy door in the garage door to escape the killer. And he just like opens the garage, and she just slides up and like gets squished over and over again. And it's just such like an original death. It's great.
So my answer is a little bit different. Mine is actually from Tucker and Dale versus Evil, and it's a series of kills, which is also spoilers. It's the part where all of the kids are like trying to get at them to save their friend, and then they all accidentally like keep killing themselves. So it's like a bunch of accidental suicides. It's just genius.
It is such a good twist.
So next up is worst slasher ever made, and we agreed on the answer to this one. However, I have an honorable mention.
And so we picked Amusement for the worst one ever made. This movie's bad, guys.
It's so entertaining, though.
It's entertaining, but it's really bad. I think a popular movie YouTuber, Your Movie Sucks, actually did like a 45-minute breakdown of why this movie's so bad. You guys can go check that out. It's a bad movie.
So my honorable mention is Stay Alive, which the concept for that movie is these kids play a video game, and then the order and way that they got killed in the video game is how they're getting killed in real life. So it's got a whole bunch of horror elements in it, but it's just terrible, but in a fun way.
And the final question of the horror tag is what our favorite nude scene is. And we actually picked another one that was kind of a twist on the regular scene. You might see a trend in our list at this point. But we actually picked Cabin in the Woods. The nude scene in that movie is very original because it has people like planning and like releasing chemicals into the air and stuff to try and get them into the nude scene before they get attacked. And it's a good twist on it.
It's also funny that it's probably one of my favorite nude scenes if I had to think about it now, because the first time I watched that movie, I hated that entire scene. And then the second time I watched it, and every time since, I've really loved it. So that wraps up our horror tag answers. Thank you so much to Ashley for tagging us. This was actually really fun to do, and I am all about talking about Halloweenish type things year round. But we are going to tag some fellow YouTubers. If y'all have already been tagged, I apologize. But number 1, Zach Pope. Number 2, Tyler Calvert. And number 3, Larry at LC Screen Talk. So Hit us up with your tags and your answers.
But those are our answers. Let us know down in the comments below your guys' answers to these same questions. We're very interested to see what you guys pick. And hit that like button if you enjoyed this video. It lets us know that you like content like this. And subscribe if you enjoy watching our videos. We have a lot of them at this point. Over a year on YouTube of uploading. There's a lot of stuff for you guys to go watch. And if you want to see some of those, you can click right over there, and we'll see you next time.